Hi, this is Reuben.
Hi.
Yeah, it's Tuesday, April 23rd, and Reuben had quite an adventure he'd like to tell us about. Go ahead and tell us what happened, Reuben.
One night, I had to set up all my spy gear because I heard some screeching tires, and once I got to my house, I set up my spy gear, I set up my laser, set, and so my laser set was just basically a camera that showed an invisible laser. I hid it inside my easel. Once they went to my room, the alarm went off, I popped out. Yeah, well first, before that, once I heard screeching tires, and I heard the car motor turn off. I peeked out the window, and I saw men with black and white striped suits, and they were wearing banded hats, but some of the banded hats went over their face. You know those banded hats. If you've seen the Fantastic Mr. Fox, you know how the two foxes and the possum wear those banded hats. Then you would probably recognize them. That would go over your face, and some of the banded hats, they just didn't go over your face. They just stayed up on your head. And so then, once they broke into my house, and I had my spy gear all up, and I had my headphones so I could hear from far away what they're talking about, and they said my house was the right place because we had lots of decorations that was new, and they also wanted to steal my drum set. So once they got into my room, I popped out, got my size, just started killing them. And well, first I had to throw a smoke pellet, and then they were not completely knocked out. I just stabbed them. Well, there's two, and I just knocked them right out with a smoke pellet, and then just stabbed them with my size. And then I saw two robbers going into my parents' bedroom, and I had to throw a lot of smoke pellets, and I had my if you've seen TMNT Ninja Turtles, well, TMNT stands for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And if you ever seen that movie, if you have, you know how Raphael, the one with the Ninja Turtle with the red mask, around his forehead and covering up his eyes. If you know how he's the Night Watcher, I had that suit on, and I just pulled out my sides, and it had a lot of smoke pellets, some rockets on the back, and a helmet, and my sides right here, and my sword's right here, and my nunchucks right behind my back, right under the missiles. And then I just threw a lot of smoke pellets, and they're allergic to smoke pellets, so I just threw a bunch of smoke pellets, and their face got red, and then they got completely knocked out, and then I just stabbed them with my swords, and then I heard an ah from the guest room because I have a guest at my house staying for a week, and which is this week, and next week she's gonna be leaving. So then I went down there, opened up the door, didn't let any cats in because no cats are allowed in the guest room, and I just was like, ding, 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 hi. And then I pulled out my nunchucks, flipped right over them, and then just knocked them right in the spine, and then knocked them right in the brain, and then went for the stomach with my, with pretty much everything. So it was like, ding, ding, hi, flip, right in the air, landed safely on my feet, like, with my hand on the ground, pulled out my nunchucks, smacked them on the back right in the spine really hard. They were almost dead. Hit them right in the, stabbed my swords right into their brain, and then my size right into their heart. And then they were completely gone. But there was more. And so I had to search all around the house, and they were still in the car. And I went into the car, I knocked them out, and I just was, and then I kicked them, and then I front two knuckle punched, and then back two knuckle, and then they were and they had guns, and so and they started firing their bullets. I just dodged them. And when they were reloading, I was like, hey guys, I'll reload those guns for you, and they were like, sure, and I was like, ha, you fell for my trick, and then boom, that was all the criminals.
And Reuben, did you call the police at that point, or what happened after that?
I had to call the FBI and the U.S. Army and the military and the Marines and the cops. It was because there was like a lot. So, and they threw some poison on the rest, and then those guys were down. And then they took the guys out of here, and then they just put the guys in jail when they woke up.
All right, and then did you manage to get back home and get to sleep? Get any sleep that night?
Yeah.
All right. Well, good work. Thanks for telling your story.
You're welcome.